Hey, so tonight I want to talk about being present with your players, or alternately, being present with your dungeon master and the other people around the table with you. So, um, I don't even want to say you because I'm not here to prescribe um, some way that like I think other people should play. Um, I don't know that yeah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just say like what works for me and the experiences that I've had, which is that being present with people and really listening to them and not um, one of the best things I can do as a gamer, especially in a role playing game, especially where acting is involved, where things are ambiguous, where it's like real life, um, is I have all my rules and everything and my sheet, and then I do my best to put all that away and like connect with people because it's really important to do. It's just really important because it bridges a gap and it creates a space where what the other person is saying is more important than what I have to say, and where it's where I can get into what makes this actual player tick, you know, and it's like a matter of like turning off my head and all my preconceived notions of how I expect things to go and really just putting my focus totally on them. And I mean I do that to the best of my ability, not just in this game. I also do it in real life because it just I don't know. It just matters. It just matters. People are hungry to be heard. So when we look and we listen for what's really going on with them, um, there's a huge shift, um, because they can sense it. They can sense that you're there to hear what they have to say, and that it matters. And that kind of self-expression is, um, it's really priceless. It's really priceless to do that with people and to be able to. I mean, it's just that some of the most amazing experiences in my life have come from being really open to other people and I put away my agenda. I put away my judgments. That's a big one. I put away my need to be right. And um, and then I get to the person. The real person who's across the table with me. Um, that kind of listening It's priceless. It's priceless. And it's something that I have to be constantly vigilant for, to hear if there's stories going on in my mind about what does this person think about me, or they did this thing that was wrong, or, they're annoying me so much. Um, and and just put that away. Just choose not to indulge that. And it's a choice. Yeah, a belief is a thought that you continue to think. Something that I've heard before, and I really believe it. So it's just a huge gift to give to your players, to be that open to them. And if you're lucky enough to have players that are going to be that open with you also, I mean, never lose that group. Like, marry them. Marry that group. Find a way that you never stop playing with them. That they're your people, because they will bring you to life. And your stories will be so much richer and so much more meaningful because they exist between you two. They exist in your group. And this is something that I don't know if I've acknowledged in a lot of my videos. I think about the Dungeon Master a lot, and my idea of whatever that means. And I don't know if I've put enough stock into the people who are there, who are actually making this happen. Because a Dungeon Master without a group is just a fantasy writer. That's it. That's all you are. And not even a very good one, usually. I mean, it's the us. It's the we. It's, yeah, it's those moments that happen between me and my friends, and those who really know how to listen. And not every group is going to be like that, probably. Most probably aren't. So, it's like relationships. I mean, you just go through them until someone who really, really gets you and is available, just practically speaking, is like available. Either has enough time in their life, or is single also, or whatever, that you meet up, and then it works. It just works. And then everything else is easy. Everything else is all rules and dice and which monsters do I pick. But I mean, do you think that the cast of Critical Role ever has a tough time going to those games? Like, oh, I can't believe I have to go here again. No, it's like they've found like their perfect lover, in terms of creatively speaking, in terms of imagination, in terms of games, in terms of story, in terms of the human experience, or whatever. I mean, they win the lottery every day that they get to go and play with each other. If you don't know what Critical Role is, they're a Dungeons and Dragons group on YouTube. They're very popular. They just raised $11 million on a Kickstarter to turn their Dungeons and Dragons game into a one-season animated series. And they've got all these famous people involved that I don't know who they are exactly. But actually, I do. I just forget. Like, I had heard of them, the people involved, but like I forget their names. So yeah, actually, I'm Googling it right now. I shouldn't do this on my video. Okay, it doesn't matter. Also, let it be known, I use DuckDuckGo and not Google, because DuckDuckGo doesn't sell your information. They they have other money-making means. So, yeah, anyway, my point is love your party. Love them. Love them for who they are, and that they will pay you dividends. Listen to what interests them and who their characters are as deeply as you can, and weave that into your story, and it will matter so much when you get around the table and start playing. They're gonna feel alive. You're gonna feel alive. I mean, make your villains and NPCs matter on that note. Like, build characters that matter as much to you as the player characters matter to the players, even if they're villains or whatever. I mean, it's a real trick being a dungeon master because if you, I mean, you can play a villain who's straight up evil, or you can play a villain who's kind of, there's a part of me that's in him, you know? It's all, I mean, this is all acting stuff about creating characters. It's just, wow, I'm having so much fun talking about this. Thank you for listening. Yeah, it's really important to me to be present with people and for just that possibility to exist. I mean, not everybody that's gonna work for it. We kind of gotta take care of ourselves, and even if that presence is not happening, for me, I've learned that I can't get frustrated. I have to, or if I do, I gotta take a step back and I gotta realize like, okay, that's negative thinking. That's not helping anyone here. You know, I want to be happy, so I'm just gonna find a way to be okay, even if these people are, doing stuff that I don't know that doesn't turn me on, turn myself on. You know, get that capacity. What else? Yeah, I mean, this kind of thing is really only possible with people who are being very earnest, who are really putting themselves into their character and their work. When they show up at the table, they're ready to be kind of vulnerable with you. And that's a gift. That's a huge gift. And that's also the great thing about this game is, I mean, to be an actor and having to be vulnerable, you got to do that in front of a lot of people, and a lot of them are strangers, and opens you up to criticism. And what Matt Mercer does with Critical Role and all of them is pretty brave because they really are putting something out there. And for you, maybe you have a home game with friends who you're close with and who you care about and who you feel secure with. And then slipping into real listening, it's very natural, especially if we can get over those little biases that come up and realize when we're doing them. The judgments, the you're annoying me, the I'm right scenarios. I mean, think about it. Do you want to be right and unhappy and angry and vindictive? I mean, you can. It's a choice, Yeah, there's no one stopping you. They couldn't if they wanted to. So yeah, putting those things aside and really just being open to people because it's beautiful. I mean, the payoff is huge. The payoff is just huge. So that is my experience with that, and let's see. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sharing your listening with me whenever you're watching this. Uh, Even if you're me in like a year or two watching this. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, thanks. And don't let the goblins catch you. All right.